Hello YouTube, my name is NVXHarpy, and today I'm going to be playing Oxygen Not Included. It is different from what I normally play, and I did say that in my stream yesterday and 2 days before that I'd be playing something different this week, and looks like it's going to happen today. So Oxygen Not Included is a survival game. I think it's pretty fun. I've been playing it for a while now. Just figured I'd record it because, it's fun to watch, fun to play. They've added a lot of content recently, and I feel like I might as well just jump in. Probably gonna be posting a video every other day, interlocked or intermittent with Fallout videos. But I think it's just good to switch things up every once in a while. Make it not as single vid. This is still a survival game, so if you're into that type of genre, then my channel's for you. If you're new and you like what you're watching, please subscribe. And let's get right into the video. Alright, since I am terrible at this game, even though I've been playing it for a while, I'm just gonna go with no sweat. We got strong immune systems, optimistic. I can't read today. Stress reactions are enabled. Morale requirements are low. Hunger rate is fasting. And I'm just going to go in here, put in a custom in case you want to also play on the world I'm playing on. Let's see. Random number here. Nothing specific. I did watch a stream with that, and that is a very bad one. So I'm just going to do lucky number 8 all the way. That's as many 8s as you can put in there. So let's start the game. Figure I might as well show you this just because we got I like what it says here, multi-layering sediment. I mean, the first part's not so funny, but then I think it used to have, vacuuming out vacuum. So it's kind of comical in the sense that it has all this stuff there, establishing personal boundaries, infusing oxygen, too much, and removing. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is. Oh my god, that could not be any funnier. But we got for if you want to know the seed, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 eights. Probably should have done 8. Made more sense. It would have made more sense, but just happened to be one off. Now, I don't know. Picking the duplicants is a pretty iffy thing. I do want a research, so I'm gonna try and go research over here. And this does take a while, so I'll get back to you. Ooh, I do have research. I'll get back to you when I have all the correct people. All right, and I got all my people here. Typically, when I'm going with negatives, I really don't care that much about narcoleptic or yokel because they don't really affect your gameplay that much. Things like flatulent, loud sleeper, and biohazard, I think those are not the best because they just kind of flatulent produces natural gas, and it just you have to accommodate for that, and it's just harder to deal with. So I typically go for things that only affect the duplicants themselves, not the entire community as a whole. Now, this is the space update, but I have not actually gotten to space yet. I think the farthest I've gotten is nowhere. So, yikes! I'm not good at this game whatsoever. But it's still fun to play and fun to watch. So I'm gonna name the colony Harp World, Harpland, maybe. I don't know. Just trying to come up with something from my channel. Now, take some time to load in here. Yes, I know. I've awoken. Alright, so we load in. And pretty much just gotta start mining stuff. I think this is coal. That's pretty helpful. But what I've typically noticed seems to be popular among other people that play this game is a 16 by 16 by 16. So this here, I would assume, yeah, this is 8. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4 out from there. On that side, 1, 2, 3, 4 out from there on that side. Let's pause it really quick because they do need bathrooms pretty quickly, and I don't want to have them going all over the floor. But it's important to plan for the future in this game, especially since things get pretty messy pretty quick if you don't, and even if you do, like me, they always get messy, and you always have to restart because everyone either dies or your OCD takes the best of you. It's like, I wouldn't say I have that, but once you see what my colony is going to turn into, you'll understand why I have to restart. You typically I would typically recommend leaving room for a ladder, a fire pole there. Just helps them slide down a little bit faster in case you need to get somewhere quick. Excuse me there. And yeah, so let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll cancel that. And that's perfect because you don't want them going out. You start off in this small area here, and as you can tell here, it's a new biome. And those biomes are warmer than the middle one, and I have it in Fahrenheit just so it was in Celsius, or it's default in Celsius, but you know, Americans like their Fahrenheit, right? I don't know how to. I mean, I do know how to read other stuff slightly. Yeah, there's also other bases that you can go and explore, like from previous things. It kind of adds a little bit of a story to the game. That's what this is kind of from. I haven't seen one so close yet, but I'll talk about that stuff once it becomes more important in the game. So I think it's safe to say we can speed it up. There's 3 speeds here. Speed 3 is just fine. Allows me to play faster. You don't have to wait through all of it because it's a fun game, but I mean, sometimes it could be slow, and I mean, it's always slow, really, because it's just people digging most of the time. It can get fun to watch, and I'll slow it down if something's happening that I've never done before. This right here is pretty unimportant. I mean, I guess it's important because it's the start of the base, but I wouldn't consider it like you need to see this immediately kind of deal. Maybe if I'm setting up piping and stuff. I mean, I will pause the game. It's just what the dupes are doing mainly that you need to watch out for. So what I'm going to do first here is very important that I would set up a bathroom. And I don't have any metal. Oh, I do have metal. So I can put the 2 doors there. And I don't know. That's just what the one person I was watching did. It works. You don't have to put tiles there. It allows for more airflow. So normally what I would allow, and I've played this game before, so I know what I'm doing, kind of. I wouldn't really consider know what I'm doing. But we leave room for a door in the last one, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not a door there. Maybe that's just open. So we go, what is it? It would be in refinement. Compost pile, of course, that's what it's called. So we have compost pile. That's 2 wide. We leave a gap for monument or whatever. We do toilet, gap, toilet. And then we'll put in a sink. And what this sink or wash basin will do, we'll actually put in 2 wash basins. This allows it to just barely reach the door. We'll have enough room for that. And what this will do is, I forgot to build beds. Wonderful. Anyways, that allows them to wash their hands, and if 2 of them are going at the same time, smoothens the process a little bit. I'm actually not gonna dig that up. We'll harvest all these for some early game food, like that, and then we'll pause the game really quick and set up their schedules. Schedules are pretty good because it tells them when to go to bed. They're sad. I'm gonna actually increase the priority on these so they get to work here, because I don't want them pooping all over the floor. It makes a mess and you have to mop it up, and it's not fun because they get diseases. Anyways, let's get back to this. So right now, they currently all go to bed at the same time, all go to the bathroom at the same time, and all have a downtime at the same time. So that means the work schedule is not going to be prioritized, and there's going to be downtime when stuff isn't happening, and that's not good. So what I like to do, and I literally just learned this really recently, actually, is we eliminate everything, but then we go to bedtime, and we put it by 3, I think. I don't know, so it'd be like boom, boom, boom. So while they're asleep, these people are awake, and while these people are asleep, these 2 will be awake. And this just kind of makes it so that I have more ability to have people working for more efficiency, because I'll always have stuff going on, which allows me to get stuff done faster. And I'm repeating myself over and over again. Alright, cool. We have each of the 3 dupes on a certain schedule. They're all building, and they all have to... Okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have chose Narcoleptic. Whatever. Narciseptic. Oh, that's right. That's probably the bedtime that I just scheduled. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, insufficient oxygen generation. That's out of order. I don't care if they don't wash their hands at first. I gotta find a water that's kind of reachable. Alright, good. They're not gonna poop all over the floor. That would not be fun. Alright, so I'm gonna... Alright, and as I say that, they go all over the floor. Wonderful. Time for disease up in this house. So we're going to build a ladder down here. What this will do is it'll allow them to move over this way, and then bada bing, bada boom, kapow. They have water. Well, they will have water once they start digging that out. I don't want them to be too inactive here. I will build them a bedroom. Don't worry about that. I just kind of want to save some of this food, but meh. I have 18,000 calories going down. I will build more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That'll cover to the very end of the room. We'll dig 4 high. That typically is a good height for building your rooms. I don't want to go too long in this video, so I'm probably going to cut it off at 20 to 30 minutes, maybe, depending on what happens. First episode's pretty slow, just kind of the introduction to this. We got some... I think I've already discovered this base. There's like a comfy bed up there. There's 2 cabinets. Can I? I can. Wow, that's actually kind of funny. I can do that without even going in there. So we got some story here. Preliminary calculations. Encryption level none. Director, even with the dramatic optimization, we can't fit the massive volume of resources needed for a colony seed on board, even when calculating for a very small interplanetary travel duration. Some serious changes are going to have to be made for this to work. XOXO, which is kind of weird to say to your boss or director, but, you know, to each his own. And then we'll go on to this one. Have you seen this? Please pay no mind to it. If any of these journals reach out to you, deny the comment. Director STEM. Have you seen this? Again. And this time it is Broken Link, the Gravitas factory or facility, questionable rise of a research grant. So, not sure why there's 2. I think it's like a reply, maybe. Although it looks like it's from the same person, and it's a broken link. I don't know how I'd be able to access the link anyways. But, you know, that's cool. And then you can kind of scrap this place for resources if you wanted to. And you can get some plastic from the beds. And I forgot to build a bedroom again. Actually, that's why I am building this right here. Just really quickly, I need to be able to close this off, so then it's an actual room versus not a room. And then I'm gonna see the less space you have in the beginning, the better, so then the oxygen doesn't go and disperse everywhere. But I mean, you're going to have to waste some oxygen. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to die if you do, but, you know, that's kind of life. So I think I can fit, yeah, 5 in here. No matter how you cut the bread, it's going to be 5. And you do want to leave room for statues and paintings later on. And what that'll do is it'll increase the vitals of each of the duplicants. And by increasing vitals, you'll allow them to do jobs. And, you know, jobs are good because it increases their skill in a certain thing. I like how it can sleep on the ladder. Are there paths crossing? Alright, so he's gonna go to the bathroom. He is sleeping. Cool. Wonderful. Well, no, he is sleeping. Should probably build the bed sooner than later, but they'll get doing that soon. On to power. This is pretty clean and neat when you first start out. Then what happens is these 1,000 watts seems like a lot. You're incorrect, because the power runs out super quickly, and you have to keep making new systems, and it's like, it almost seems pointless to have, just gonna focus here, it almost seems pointless, can I not cancel that? Oh, it's already made. Well, it almost seems pointless to make, to make a large power production facility when you can only use like half of it on a single line without overextending the watts. And I mean, there are like high powered watts and or wattage pipes and whatever, or wires, wattage pipes. I don't even know I don't even know where I'm coming from today. I am all mumble jumbled for no apparent reason. But anyways, why can't they build this? Maybe if I put a ladder there? Who knows? Let's see. See if that fixes it. Yeah, there we go. Now they can get up, do what they need to do, make this into a bedroom. Because if we go into the room overlay, it is currently nothing. This is also nothing. What do I need for a washroom? Plumbed wash station, no outhouses. Oh. What's a latrine? A toilet, wash station, flush toilet. Isn't that a flush toilet? Oh, those might be outhouses, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is, but this bedroom, if there wasn't a giant pile of sand everywhere, is going to provide a very nice boost to their morale. Actually, I think it's only a 1 boost to their morale. I'm going to pause the game while they're not doing anything right now, and I'm going to go do, let's see. We don't want jobs quite yet. It may seem nice. I think what we should do is go for farming so we can get food going for these people. I think that would be an appropriate use of my time. Back to power here, setting up the oxygen generation. After all, this game is called Oxygen Not Included, so guess you're going to need oxygen. So we'll build that ladder up there, build it down there, and we'll go G, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way across. Bada bing, shapow, oh my gosh, I can't draw straight. And boom, boom. Yeah, I'm just going too fast. But you know, there's in case you're wondering how I pull up the dig menu so fast, there's different short keys for each one of them that you can use. That was a hatch right there, and you can use those for farming or ranching. They're really helpful. I do like to use them. They do produce coal, which is very important for coal generation. Not sure why they're not building these. Do we not have any materials, or just downtimes? Alright. Looks like they are really hating me right now. But we'll 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put in a small storage room here. I'm normally going to make this a storage room. If you were building your own colony, if you decide to get this game, then what I would recommend is putting your farm in the middle, because as you'll notice, it's 88 degrees over here, 72 in here, almost 70 in the very middle. And I think that's exactly the type of temperature that the plants need to grow. And you don't have to worry about them being in oxygen or chlorine gas or whatever. As long as they're in gas, I think. Maybe chlorine might kill them off, but for the most part, as long as they're in gas, they'll be fine. As long as they are at a correct temperature, which is why I like to keep them in the middle. I did make a place where I put them on the edge, and that was a mistake on my part, because they all died of overheating, and the only fan that you're able to do early game, and I think throughout the entire game, is in the utilities, heat up and cool down, and it's a hydro fan, and it's like 2 spaces wide, and it uses water to cool stuff, but barely. So, you know, I guess it did help, but not too much. So that's why I would not recommend putting your plants on the outside. I mean, of course, over time, the middle will probably start slowly heating up, but early game, up to maybe mid game, if you don't have too many duplicates, this farm right here is typically going to work for you pretty okay. So I would recommend using that if you don't know anything about this game whatsoever. And it does say that it's unplantable there, but that's just because it didn't have any fertilizer, and you'll notice now that they're all plantable. Well, they will all be plantable soon. As soon as we get dirt. Alright, cool. Yeah, so then over here, of course, we're going to leave room for a door. I don't know why we don't need a door in this place. We're going to put in 4 of these, and, you know, just get those going. A quick tip about priorities: don't make everything a high priority. Otherwise, if I make everything a priority 9, nothing's going to be priority 9, and it's all going to be the same priority, meaning that it's not important that they do anything. And I've run into that problem before. It's not fun. You shouldn't do that. Keep everything on 5 unless they really need to do something. 6 is like, meh. Okay, do that above priority, kind of. I think this episode, what I'm going to do is just get the general base layout. I'm going to have a couple rooms here. I'm already at the 13-minute mark, probably more if you're going to check exactly what time I'm at. I don't know. I haven't been timing with my intro and a couple extra clips in there maybe. It'll be slightly off, maybe 15 minutes by now. But, for the most part, it's probably going to be good right around that 15 to 16-minute mark, which is right where I want to be right now. Still got some stuff to accomplish. Well, I wouldn't say accomplish, just, just stuff I need to do before I get off. And, so anyways, we'll keep going, trying to think of stuff to do. Early game is fun, but it's also pretty slow because you don't really have much to do. Because once you complete all this stuff, apart from, I guess, research, I think what we'll do this one, see how far we can get on the artistic expression. And depending on how far we get from there, we might start jobs. I'm thinking I'm going to assign jobs next episode. I know it's going to be a slow series. I'm not going to use super speed, whatever that is. I have heard that people use super speed for speeding up the game. Surprise, surprise, right? No, but yeah, people use super speed to speed up the game. I don't know how to get it, so that's why I won't be using it. Also, I won't be using it because I feel like it just kind of makes the game a little bit too fast-paced for people to watch, and they won't understand what's happening. So let's store all the copper in this one. Let's go for raw mineral sandstone in that one. And as of now, I think that'll be fine. I don't want to go too crazy. This is the oxygen overlay. As you can tell, my base is very well oxygenated. Or at least breathable. I think, yeah, it only filters out breathable. So stuff like, polluted oxygen says it's very breathable. It is very toxic. So I would watch out for that. Even if it says it's blue, check what it is, because it could still kill your dupes. And you probably wouldn't want that in your society, I'm guessing. Some people have their own thing going on, and I don't want to mess with that. But typically, you wouldn't want to kill your people in your society. So, that's just me. But we'll keep going on here. I think we go organic, algae. Let's make, no, it's fine. And cultivatable soil, dirt. So we'll do that. That will fill up, hopefully, with stuff. Maybe not. We already have one of the researches complete. We probably don't want to use any of this. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to. I'm not sure if these are given a boost if they're under light. I'm not going to do it because it does require electricity. I could put it right here. What is creating a light there? Oh, it's a light bug. That makes sense. Yeah, I won't do that. We'll just keep the light bug in here. It'll produce enough light. 2 light bugs. Doesn't really matter that much. I am going to accept another dupe, or try to, see what their stats are here. Slow learner. That is kind of rough because they do learn stuff slower, even jobs, like anything. So, and loud sleeper, they're kind of awake all night and they wake up other people. This is pretty good. I think this one though, this dupe here, farm operate supply. She does have a small bladder, but Ellie does have a small bladder. But I think it'll be fine. It's only 0.2 per cycle, and they do their best work when they're sleeping. So I'm gonna put her on the one when it's I might actually make a special one for her. I'll choose Ellie, print her up, and then I'll add her to the cycle that doesn't sleep at night. So, wabam. Now she's gonna wake up, do her best work so far, and I think we'll be good there. I really want to see this research. I want to try and get job tables done. I'm going to put a supercomputer right about here. This middle station here is normally used for power production early game. Apart from that, not much else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kablam. Think I can do that. Let's go G. Just build a small 1 by or 2 by however long that is. Increase the ladder length. Not sure what that's going to be yet, but you got to plan for the future. That's what's important about this. Always planning for the future. And I probably could be doing stuff better already, but I'm not because I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm crazy about this game. Well, I'm not. When I say I'm not crazy about this game, doesn't mean I dislike it. Just means that I'm not gonna write down a piece of paper with my entire base layout and everything. I feel like that's too methodical. I'm just gonna play for fun, you know. And if something messes up, it messes up. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I can try and get around it. This is going to be a very reactive series. I should be proactive about stuff. This is already trying to be proactive, putting myself in the middle so I don't have to deal with heat, exhaustion. Water is kind of hard. I don't want to get into all this stuff quite yet. I want to get like insulated pipes because apparently that helps. Oh, and look at that. See, that is also something that I'm going to explain. Looking for other ones really quick. I don't see any. So these geysers are very important because they produce either steam, polluted water, natural gas, and there's like copper volcanoes and stuff. And what those do is they produce, I think, unlimited amounts of natural gas, water, so on and so forth. And by doing that, they give you unlimited resources to use for your base. Like I'm probably gonna make a natural gas power station because of this. So that is always a positive. And look at that, we already have sculpting blocks. I'm gonna need an author, but I will lay the an artist. I'm gonna lay down the foundation here of what I'm gonna need for. I'm gonna put one there, one there, one there. Put a deodorizer right there. And deodorizers are important because they make sure that your base doesn't get make sure your base doesn't get too polluted or with polluted oxygen. And it's important not to have polluted oxygen because when the duplicants breathe that in, they get sick or they die or they lose health or something like that, and it's not good. It's not good at all. So they're going to build these. They take a long time to build, but once they're built, and the artist will come in. Once I get an artist with a jobs board, they'll come in, do their stuff. So I think once I finish the jobs board and advanced research, because I have enough time, I'm going to end the video there. I'll put a job boards down maybe right here. That typically seems to work for me. We already have a population of 4. These are not problematic. They just don't have a seed yet. And the more I farm these, the more seeds I get, so they'll probably be filled up relatively soon. But as long as I have someone constantly researching here, we'll get that done pretty easily, especially since we are already 6 out of 15. So not too easily, but easily enough. And that's all that matters. I'll give them a thumbs up. Let's watch them. They're kind of arguing. Now they're awkwardly standing there up. Now they're fighting. And now they're going to bed. And he's a narcissistic, so he sleeps anywhere, but I'm actually going to make these toilets a higher priority. I don't want them getting plugged up, because if they do, people poop all over the place, and it gets messy, especially if it lands in the water source, which is not what I want, because then I have to filter the water out, and that's not fun. So, not going to do that. Also, big mistakes I've made with water is if there's clean water and polluted water, it won't mix, so the clean water won't become polluted, or at least this color here. But it will still have germs, so whatever you do, don't pump it into your clean water supply. You can infer where that's probably going, and it was not fun for any one of my dupes. They all went way down in health, but that was also because I was digging this stuff out, and it was probably getting to the base. But yeah, it was pretty bad for a while. I had a couple at 0% health. They should have died, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not like entirely sure though. I could be wrong. But typically you want to keep your duplicants relatively healthy at 100%. Stress doesn't really come on unless I think they're low on oxygen or you assign them a job that they can't handle. And what is this? Grizzly meals. Well, you're welcome. Anyways, yeah, if you assign them a job and they only the job were to require, say, 4 morale, they only have 2. Their stress level is going to go up because they're not happy enough. I guess they don't have enough morale, and that just affects them in a negative way. And when they get too stressed, maybe 100%, above 50, 70, something like that. Is that a shine nymph? So it's maybe a baby. And when they get too stressed, they destroy stuff, they vomit, they cry, whatever they do, and it's not good for your place as a whole. So I think we got, yes, the jobs board. Bump up, move it 1 in. It's not really going to be any room, but you know, they'll be able to do stuff in there, hopefully. If not, it'll be just another miscellaneous room. It's good to have a couple miscellaneous rooms because it helps out with the, I don't know, the flow maybe. Because you don't want to have everything sectioned off to be something. And I say that because, you know, the more you have, the more cluttered it gets. I'm just going to lay the foundation for another room here. Kind of seal off that water supply. Actually, I want to cancel that. Seal off that water supply just a little bit more. Put in some nice tile there. And I think the tile increases decor a little bit. But, yeah, we'll start assigning people jobs later on. We have to work on getting their vitals up. And one way you do that is by building a mess hall, and you need decorations and such. So, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there at some point. What is the decor on this? 5.5. So, even when nothing's there, it's still pretty good to have. It is sandstone, though. I would like to replace those later on with granite. And what granite does is it provides a 20% boost to the overall decor, which is nice. Alright, so we finished the research. I think this is a relatively good stopping point here. What do I need for that? Actually, raw metal. Yeah, I'm gonna act on this. Let's get that going. Put in a couple. Why do I have that open? Put in a couple tiles there. Mine that over just until there. Get that metal. We should be good to go there. Let's actually mine that as well, because I need as much metal as I can possibly get. This way we can build the supercomputer, and down here, yeah, that'll work. And then we'll connect it up to the main power supply if I can. I have enough metal for that, thankfully. We'll dig out those 2 blocks right there. And once this supercomputer is built, I'll end the episode. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe for more. If you like what you saw, like the video. Really appreciate it. And see you in the next one.